Hot dog, guess who found his microphone? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Barbecue Nurse. As always, my name is Kyle. I hope this video is finding you guys happy, healthy, and safe. I know it's been quite a while since I last posted. I've been starting to post again, but I went about a year or so without posting a video, but what can I say? Life gets in the way. So, not going to bore you guys with that, but I am back. I am back to doing another video a week, so you definitely want to stick around. I'm still working on filming in this house. I'm in a different house now. So I'm still working out lighting and angles and things like that, but we'll get it. We'll get it. All right. So what are we going to do today? Today we're going to be doing maple bourbon glazed pork shoulder steaks. That's right. That's what I said. Now, if you've never had a pork shoulder steak before, you are missing out. So essentially what this is, it's exactly what it sounds like. This is the butcher took a Boston butt, which is the upper part of the shoulder of the hog, and cut it into steaks. There are several different ways you can go about getting these. You could always go to your butcher. That way you can have them cut to your exact thickness. So, anywhere from ½ inch to inch and a half, whatever you like. You could also buy a Boston butt and cut them into steaks yourself. You might need to get a hacksaw or dedicate a bandsaw to food use only, but you could definitely cut them into your own steaks. Or you can be like me and just go to the grocery store. They're already cut up. For me, they're thick enough. They're plenty enough for me. But yeah, if you can eat two, eat two. All right. So anyway, let's get at it. All right, these are pork shoulder steaks. Got them BOGO at my local Winn-Dixie. So we're gonna go ahead and make a quick chop house marinade. So we're gonna start with some Worcestershire sauce, and don't worry guys, this will be fine on pork. To that, we will add some soy sauce for our salt. And next we will add some olive oil. Next into the pool, we're gonna throw about a tablespoon of some onion powder, followed by about a tablespoon of some fresh cracked black pepper, again staying away from the salt. We are going to go ahead and mince 2 cloves of garlic. I just realized I forgot to do it, so I'm doing it now. Once you got that all minced up, go ahead and slide that on in and give it a mix. All right, grab yourself a freezer bag or a plastic container, whichever one you want to use, and throw your steaks in there. We're going to go ahead and dump our marinade right into the bag on top of the steaks. Go ahead and close that up, but before you close it all the way up, make sure you squeeze out as much air as possible. Go ahead and work that marinade around, get your steaks evenly covered, and throw them into the fridge. All right, let's light this candle. Guys, I promise you, this is the very last bag of Royal Joke lump charcoal I will ever buy. This is the 3rd one in a row that has been busted into 1,000,000 pieces, and I lose about half the charcoal during the cook, so I'm done with it. So we'll light a tumbleweed, and we'll go ahead and let this charcoal catch. So while we wait for that, let's go inside and go ahead and get our steaks ready. So go ahead and pull them out of the marinade. And once you do, grab yourself a paper towel and go ahead and wipe off any of the excess marinade, and especially the little chunks of garlic, because those are just going to burn up once we go direct heat. Now this is a quick rub that I made up. It's got a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat. You can use whatever rub you like. Make sure you get both sides nice and evenly coated. Yeah, I even got the sides too. All right, go ahead and throw those over the coals on direct heat. And we're gonna do that for about a minute, minute and a half each side. We just wanna get a nice sear on both sides. Once you've got that sear, go ahead and move them over to the indirect side, and that's where we're gonna let them finish cooking. So while we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and do our glaze. We're gonna start with about a ½ cup of maple syrup. And we're gonna jump into the collection and get a ½ cup of bourbon. To that, we are going to add some light brown sugar, probably about 1/4 cup. Once that's in there, we're going to add some ketchup, probably about, I don't know, 3 tablespoons, I'd say. I think that's about enough. And then finally, we're going to do some apple cider vinegar. Again, probably about 3 tablespoons. I think that's plenty. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that rub to it because I really don't like overly sweet meat. Stir that up. We're going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes or so till at least it starts getting tacky, and then we're going to move it off. So today at the pit, we're going to enjoy a pour of Buffalo Trace bourbon as well as a Perdomo Habano Maduro cigar. I am new to the world of cigars and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm very excited to try this one. Okay, as you can see, I've lost about half my coals, and I went ahead and temped these steaks, and they're right around 165, 170. So I'm going to go ahead and throw them in some foil to help finish them up because I don't have a lot of charcoal left. All right, so those have been in there for about an hour, so we're about done. So we're going to go ahead and glaze our steaks, and we're going to do a nice even coat on both sides. So what you want to do is glaze the one side while it's still sitting indirect. And you see that fat's coming off real easy. Throw it back over on whatever coals you have left, and then we'll go ahead and throw some more glaze on the other side. And then once that's done, we'll go ahead and just close our lid and let it sit for about 15 minutes or so on the grill, just so that glaze gets nice and tacky. All right guys, so there we have it. Maple bourbon glazed pork shoulder steaks. Say that 10 times fast, I dare you. All right, so let's recap what we did. So we had the pork shoulder steaks. We went ahead and made up a very quick basic chop house marinade. We threw these in a freezer bag with the marinade. I let them marinate in the refrigerator for 24 hours. You don't have to do it that long. You can do it 2 hours, whatever. I just wanted to give it as much time as possible for that marinade to really start acting on and breaking down the muscle fibers of the meat. After 24 hours, we went ahead and made up a quick rub, rubbed the outside with it, threw it on the coals direct for about a minute, minute and a half each side, just to give it a quick sear. Moved it over to indirect, let it finish cooking the rest of the way there. Went ahead and made up that quick maple bourbon glaze and finished off on the grill. So now, my favorite part. Let's go ahead and dig into this, see how we did. Already cutting through, very tender. Here we go. Wow. Extremely tender. Extremely tender. With all the things we did to this, you would think the flavors would be overpowering, and they're not. You get a little bit of that marinade coming through, a little bit of that Worcestershire, getting a little of that kick from the back end from the rub that I made up, and yeah, getting a little bit of that sweetness from that bourbon maple glaze. And oh man, I'm taking another bite of this. This is extremely tender. Wow. Amazing. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this video. If you got anything out of it, please hit that like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button while you're at it. I mean, it's free, why not? Thank you guys so much. And as always, support your local nurse.